Hello everyone. I am going to do some applique today, and so I thought that you guys might want to learn how to do some applique around some tight corners. So this is a tight corner. Down here, that's a tight curve there. Same here and here. So so this is an alphabet I just got off of Word. I used a font that I liked, blew it up really big and printed it out, and then I traced it on the opposite side of the paper so that I could trace that onto my Wonder Under, put the black fabric on it, and then cut it out so it would read the right side. So this actually says apple, and so I'm going to show you how to go around some of these tight corners. Now, when you do applique, it depends on what you're more comfortable with. If you prefer to go zigzag this way, or if you prefer to zigzag this way. Personally, I prefer to zigzag on this side, so that's what I'm going to do. And when you do that, you want to have most of your stitch on top of your applique and just a little bit of your stitch on the background fabric. So basically you want, if my stitch was really big, I'd want to go here like this, right? Now I have my machine set at, this stitch is a 3-point stitch, so the width is 3 and the stitch length is 2.5 because I want to do a satin stitch, and that needs to be really tight together. So we will start here. I like to always start as well on a straight piece. It's so much easier to start on a straight piece because then as you come back around and match it up, you will be able to easily line that up as you get to it. So, you know what, actually let me start on the other side. Let me start on this side so then you can see me go around this curve here first. So let's get my thread out of the way. And now I always like to hand put down my needle first, so I know that's where it's going to go. And let's give her a shot here. You can follow along. So you can see that most of my stitch is on the black and just a little bit is on the background. And that's what I want, because I want to cover up the fray or the possible, oops, I should always, note to self, always put your needle down. Whenever you stop, make sure your needle goes down, because you're going to need to turn your fabric and that needle needs to stay in place. Okay, so here we go. So we're getting up to the curve. Now, when I'm going around the curve this way, I need to make sure my needle is on the background fabric, because I'm going to lift I have a knee presser foot lifter, so that's how I'm easily doing this, because I want to turn the fabric, not as much as this, but just a little bit. And by doing that, I'm going to overlap possibly some of the stitches on the black. If I had left my needle here in the black and I'm turning this way, well, all of a sudden I could miss part of this and it would look weird. So when you're turning to, what is that, the left, then always leave your needle, well, I guess it depends actually on which side you're starting. So if you're starting on the same side that I am starting with, going this way, make sure the needle is on the outside. Okay, so here we go. So I just need to lift it just a little bit, and this is where you go slow. Slow is your friend on this. Okay, so now I need to lift it up and move it just a little bit again. Take a few more stitches and turn it around again. See, I'm just not moving it very much, right? Just taking a few stitches, turning. A few more stitches, turning. Don't think that you can just be Speedy Gonzalez there and just move the fabric really fast as you are stitching, because that's not going to work. You're going to see some pointy marks there that you don't want as you are going around a curve, especially a tight one. Okay, so, and now we're getting up to a straight stitch. So now I can go pretty quickly down because it's just straight, and I just want to make sure that I'm coming off onto the background fabric just a little bit. Okay, so now we're getting up to a corner here. So now you've noticed that I've stopped my machine on just the inside here on the black. Now I need to lift up my machine and I need to turn it. And this is where I will hand draw my needle up, and I will see that's there. You know what? I don't really like that. So I'm just going to lift up my presser foot, move my needle slightly. There we go. Just move it slightly into place and start stitching. Okay, this is, here we are on the curve again, right? So I got to just, oh, see, I goofed up there a little bit. I stopped on the black and not on the background. And this is such a tight curve that I can really only take a couple stitches at a time because I want to catch it all. Oh, see, did it there again. Move it back. There, that's what I want. Now a couple more stitches, turn again, a couple more stitches, turn again, and now this is kind of a straight, so I can do that, but now there's a corner again. So I'm going to stitch a little bit further onto the black because I want it to go proper this way now. If I stopped right at the black, then that means my stitch would go not really hit the black very much, not really hit that applique. I hope this is making sense to you guys, and definitely leave me any comments if you have questions or if it's not making sense. Came to that point there. Okay, so here's a good one. I came to the point there. Now I stitched a little bit further down, and I'm going to turn this all the way around. And I'm going to hand rotate my needle up. See, and if I were just to stop it there, just go on there, I don't like that. It's like I've missed this part of the stitching here. So I'm going to lift up my presser foot just a wee bit, move it over. It's called fudging. It's called fudging. And here we go. So yeah. So let's stop on the outside, turn a little bit, couple more stitches, and as you do the stitches, just keep turning ever so slightly, and then we're going to stop and start again, and stop and start again, and that's all it is to, you want to just go around this corner so slowly. But you always want to stop on the background fabric before you turn that curve. That's how you're going to make a nicer curve. And so now I'm going to stitch a little bit more onto the black and raise that up. And I will hand turn this. Yeah, I think I like that actually. So, and then we'll just kind of, this is a bigger curve, so it's not as delicate. I can stitch for a little bit longer before I pick it up and have to move. There we go. And that's all there is to it. It just requires a little bit of patience, and you can do this. Oh, you know what I didn't tell you what I have underneath here? Right underneath this here is stitch and tear. It's stitch and tear light. So as you can see, like it tears really easily. So as I applique on here, I can rip it off afterwards, but I do need that stabilizer. I do need that stabilizer under here because otherwise it'll just suck in the fabric. So that's what we got there. And oh, you know what I just wanted to show you here? These are Micron pens. Where are they here? So let's get them in order. So these are the Micron pens. I've got them in different sizes. So there's a 0.1, a 0.5, and a 0.8. So there's the 0.8 tip, and here's the 0.1 tip. That's a bit tiny. And here's the 0.5 tip. And oops, there you go. You can see that. What I'd like to do is, if I think this is a little, if I need to fill in a little bit more, I will just take this and I will just go along here. If I have any white spots, if I didn't like anything here, I did that with the big P, what is it, that middle part of the P right there. There were some spots that needed to be, that weren't quite straight. They were a little jagged, so I just took my Micron pen. It is a fabric pen. It will not bleed. Don't take a Sharpie. Oh my God, please don't take a Sharpie. Don't take like a big black pen or a ballpoint pen. No. You need to get the proper fabric pens. So Micron pens, Fabrico pens, those are all good to write on fabric with, and they will actually stay, like color stay when you wash your fabric. So these are actually good for writing on fabric if you want to do like a memory quilt or something. These kind of pens are great for that, drawing pictures, whatever. They stay on your fabric. And little tip here, actually, so this is all black because I'm doing the black here, but they come in a multitude of colors. I've got a bunch here, so see, they come in a multitude of colors. And little tip here, embroiderers use these quite a bit. So sometimes when you're embroidering, the color of thread doesn't always cover it quite 100% sometimes like you want it to, and you're like, oh, it's a bit of a background showing through. They take these pens, they find a matching color to the fabric, or the thread that you have, and they just dot it on there. And then it looks like there was a stitch. There's no background showing. So just a little tip there. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know in the comments if I can help you with anything else. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And feel free to share this video with someone that might find it useful. Thanks. Bye for now.